I'm going to go ahead and fasten this side. Okay. Fasten that side. Okay, when you're looking down, when I eyeball this corner and this corner, I can see that it's right where they intersect. So now the only thing to do is get this all piece here to bend and sit good in there. That way you don't have anything more than a pinhole. So this here piece here, you can see where the valley's going to run now. So when you go to bend that around, just trim him off now. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just carefully trimming a little bit. That way when I go and do the final seat, when it sits down, hopefully it's perfect. So what I'm doing on the bottom side, I want to leave make sure they can see this. This flap here and this flap play a pretty good role because I want these to sit past here. That way, when I go and put silicone or that NovaFlex on here, that you can put some right along here. You're going to pump some under here, pump some under here, pump some under here, here, and then when you sit it down, you have it oozing out of these pinholes just a little bit. Any questions so far? Depends how many valleys you have. Yes, how many pieces of extra trim you get. It depends how many valleys you have. You know, your first roof you do, if you've never done standing seam before, or metal for that fact, this and ag panel use the same valley. It's just this one has a valley cleat that you add. So if you got 4 dormers and you've never done a valley, you may want to order maybe 2. I mean, I usually just figure an extra, even for myself. I mean, if you have an extra then and you don't use it, well, at least it didn't cost you any more money to wait downtime. I mean, downtime's a big thing when you're trying to get jobs done. You have the roof exposed and you want to come in and get done. So your first dormer, get it figured out, and maybe have a couple, if you got training some guys to figure out how to do it, figure a few extra pieces maybe on your first one, just to be safe. And I know if there's customers, I don't know if there's any of your customers here or not, but if there are customers here, they're like, well, why do I have to pay for that? Well, the contractor is going to figure in one way or another. Either he's going to figure in the downtime, or he's going to figure, and that's going to cost you a lot more. In my experience, that's going to cost you a lot more is downtime. And as a contractor and as a person that owns a business, you want to make sure that you got a lot of your scenarios figured in. Because if you have to take the time to run somewhere to get something, I mean, depends where your job is. If the guys can run it to you quick, if it's close, great. But if you have to take the time off and send one of your guys after something, That's money that you as a contractor has to come up with. Or if you're a smart businessman, you're going to have the customer pay for it. That's going to be in your overhead. That'll be, you know, figured in. If you're doing time material, it'll all be figured in. That's going to end up costing you more than having an extra trim. Does that make sense? Looking out for the your long-term, like make sure your ass is covered, for lack of a better term. Okay. Does that answer your question? Figure a few extra the first time around. That way, you know, you got a little bit of time to play with one, and you can take small pieces and play with them too to figure out kind of what you're looking at, and then actually use the actual pieces you want to.
Finish up.
We'll be here another hour. I'm kidding. You guys are probably hungry.
Hey, thanks for checking out these videos. Hope what you learned was very valuable for you. If you've got any questions or comments or would like to see something else, please reach out on our email or on our website. Thank you.